I mean, what we're talking about here is like, you know, custom fitting for what works for you. This is Tommy Fleetwood's golf club.
Okay.
I brought it out earlier for Sierra, and literally she couldn't spin it. She spun it like 900 RPMs.
Okay.
What we're trying to get at is like the importance of being custom fit, right?
For sure.
Do you remember the first custom fitting that you had, or?
Yeah, like I don't know, 6-7 years ago.
Yeah.
It was actually a TaylorMade set.
Yeah.
Aero burner, I think that's what it was. Yeah.
And did it make a difference?
Yeah. Yeah. It was like the first time that the clubs were working with me, and I didn't like have to adjust or do anything.
Yeah.
To make the ball go.
So talking like people getting into the game, right? So there's this year, a year like no other. The participation rate in golf has gone through the roof. So there's a lot more people starting the game, both, you know, every demographic, women and men. And what do you think the importance is of these people getting custom fit?
Well, I feel like if you're not using the right clubs, you're going to hit it offline on the golf course, and it's going to make you miserable, and then you probably don't want to play. So if you get fitted with a good club that's going to help you hit it, you're going to play better golf, and you're going to enjoy it more, and then you want to get better and better, and you get the bug.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think as a good golfer, let's say if I were to hit her clubs, I could maybe try to make them work. Of course, they're not going to be the exact same as mine, but I think we have the skill to make it happen.
Yeah.
But for an amateur golfer, somebody who's just starting, if they go and try to hit hers, like they will never want to play golf again.
I want you to give Tommy's club, and I want you to tell me what's different about that compared to yours. That'll be interesting. This is like having used to who are pretty strong. It's interesting to see how you kind of get the
grip feels different.
Yeah.
I used to play with these grips.
I did.
They feel slippier. Oh, I hooked that. Is there a different kick point in his?
Yeah. Yeah,
Is
so
it
I mean,
low?
it's
Is it
a heavy.
lower?
It's completely different fitted spec to
Yeah.
you.
It feels like the lower kick point.
Yeah.
Is that?
And it's like that's a shot that you would never hit with her
our
clubs.
yeah, with a proper fit club for us. Yeah.
A bit better.
I like that ball flight.
I'm gonna get you to
But
hit yours.
did you
now.
have to like adapt a little bit for it, or you just?
I just timed it a bit differently on the way down.
Right. Like
Yeah.
that's I think what I was saying. Like she knows how to time it differently, and like we got a better result. Like I don't think your regular amateur would be able to do that.
Could time it
So
differently.
I think that's why it's so important to get a fit.
Absolutely.
for-
It's like.
But then
it's like,
also
would you-
for us, like I don't want to be having to think about timing my club when I'm.
Exactly.
Trying
Playing
to
at
hit
the
it.
highest
Yeah.
level, right?
So having a club that works with you.
I kind of like the feel of his club.
I love that. I'm
Yeah.
like,
What
I
shaft
might
is that?
steal it
It's
from
an
him.
X. It's a 70-gram X. It's really heavy, really
It's
strong.
heavy
I
and
mean,
stiff, yeah.
Rory played this for a long time.
It has a nice feel to
I
it.
liked it. I mean, both of mine were good.
See, I like a left miss. I hate a right miss. I'm weird.
I'm the other way around.
So when you go
cannot
into
stand
a
left.
fitting,
Yeah.
that's definitely something that's important
Yeah.
to you. So you would say to the fitter, I prefer to miss the ball on this
Yeah.
side. Don't give me something that goes right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Like, I hate the right shot. If it's going left, I know what to do. If it's going right, I'm like, what have I got to do?
What a difference.
Yeah.
And that's what I say, right? When you talk about.
Which one did you like the ball flight? This one?
Oh yes.
That one, yeah.
I mean that's probably gone 20 yards longer.
Yeah.
Through the air at least. Which I mean you'd prefer that for sure.
Of course, that's
Yeah.
what we want. Yeah.
So you know, I've been fitting golf clubs for nearly 15 years now, and what I think is important for people to know is like everybody's different, right? So for a fitter's got to find out what's important to the person you're fitting.
Mm-hmm.
So that might be someone who's a beginner and they just want to get the ball in the air.
Mm-hmm.
There's equipment that can help you do that, and if that's very important to you,
Then.
you know
Yeah.
that's you know I'm not going to tell you how to play golf. You know how to play golf, but I'm going to ask you the right questions find out what's important to you, and then try and execute that. You know, whether if somebody practices and somebody has a lot of lessons, you know, you might want to know that as a fitter, right? Because then you're not going to fit them for kind of what they're doing wrong. You're going to kind of help their technique get better.
Get better, yeah. This matches perfect with the new head.
I know.
It looks good.
that might be important too, making sure you get the right colors.
I mean, we were talking about it earlier this morning. Like, for me, it is. Like, the way the club looks and how it sits.
Can I just have a look at the...
Yeah.
You have it quite long, do you? Yeah, you do.
Yeah, so I mean, you talk about length, you talk about loft, lie, loft on the
Does
golf
length help you hit it further?
I mean, it could do in theory if you're hitting it out the middle, but if you miss the middle.
That's nice.
Ooh.
Very good. Go on,
We
give
might
it a
give Tommy's driver back. I'm keeping yours, maybe.
You can't find them shafts.
I felt good.
They don't make them no more, do they?
No, it's an old, you know, and that's...
So what shaft would they make? Like, is there like a newer one of that?
There'd be a new version of the profile, new colours, new marketing.
This looks perfect with this driver.
What's the difference between my driver and her shaft of the driver?
This one's a little more stiffer in the tip section.
I don't know how which one is this one.
Yours.
I don't know how I feel with it being so long.
How does that feel? Very long?
Very long. Feels like I'm going to hit it really offline. And high.
So if you look
feels
at
like it moves more.
So give me these two golf clubs. So when you look at like from a fitting standpoint, this club's more upright than this one.
Oh yeah.
This one's one notch towards the lowest setting, but it's a 10-5 head. This notch is on the upright side, also towards the lowest setting. So there's probably about 2 degrees loft difference between these two clubs, which is why Charley hit it high, and yours came out like quite a flat
note. So do I naturally hit it quite a bit higher than would you say?
Well, it would be how you deliver the golf club. So let's say you launch the ball at 10.5 degrees and spin it 2,500 and you do exactly the same. How you get there is up to you. And if that's optimal launch conditions, then we're going to fit your golf clubs
for it
to try and get that to happen.
Got ya.
I quite like this.
Which club in the bag do you practice with the most?
If I'm like doing something technical, it's like 8 or 6.
Yeah. Do you hit many drivers? I never hit drivers. And
No,
I always get
I don't
told
hit
off.
drivers.
I just find it the most boring club in the bag.
I honestly
It just goes high and straight and far.
Yeah, I feel like
I couldn't practice for long if I had to hit a lot of drivers.
I'd be wore out.
Yeah. Like, I'm wore out after a fitting.
I don't hit a lot of balls, to be fair.
I think it's like 4. Let's see you hit this, Maria. That's pretty good. 57, 273, 2400. Hit yours now.
Close to that.
What did that go?
So what's important to you when you get fitted for a driver?
Well, I want to see some consistency with, like, I don't really look at the good balls as much because I think the good balls are always going to be similar. It's more of the misses. I want to see that it's either always to the right or always to the left, or at least a high percentage either way. So for me, it's more looking at the bad shots than it is looking at the good shots.
So from a fitting standpoint, you're trying to make your bad shots
better,
more consistent,
because
more
I know
playable.
my good shots are good. I know I can do that. It's just more of whenever I don't do that, I want to be able to still
And I
play.
think that's good advice for people at any standard of golf, right? Because, you know, everybody's... The key thing about getting better scores and lowering your scores is the quality of your bad shots, right?
That's I think the biggest thing. Like for me, when I moved from amateur golf to professional, like from people who had been on tour for longer than I had, they don't hit it better than me. They just miss it better than me. You know. So I think that's like the biggest thing of what is the difference between professionals and amateurs, that we are just smarter most times.
At golf.
And at golf, yeah, we're talking about golf. And we miss it better. We miss it in places where you know you can get it up and down. We miss it in places where you can hit a decent recovery shot. Of course, you're gonna have the odd one where it just goes where you don't want it to go. But for the most part, I think our misses are better. So then the good shots are gonna come, both for amateurs and for us. But I think it's all about the bad shots, just making them better. Like that one wasn't super solid, and it was good. See, like it's...
See, that's interesting because like, so you've now hit your driver and Charlie's driver, and your driver for you is 3 miles faster on ball speed.
Yeah.
Which, you know, at the right
and
launch
like that, yeah, I could have guessed that was gonna... It was more spinnier and
yours.
Does she hits it, swings it faster than me, doesn't she?
No, I would say similar. But it's like, it's not to say that the strongest person has to use the strongest shafts. It's all about how you deliver the golf club. And you're never going to find that out unless you go into a fitting center and get tested.
What's it to do with rhythm
Get
then?
tested, see what works for you.
Yeah.
It's like, if you don't want to, Charlie, if you don't want to miss it right,
that's the shot I hate.
if you don't want to miss it right, then somebody gives you something which is too strong for you, and
then you're of course going to miss it right.
So you've got to take that into account.
Yeah.